Welcome everybody, welcome back to Homestead Heart. In today's video, we have a topic that we want to discuss with y'all. Mrs. H, do the honors.
So you all saw the title of the video. And although it may seem like a very simple topic, it's also a very serious topic, and it also leaves a lot of room for us to think about the seriousness of this discussion. Just imagine if you went to the grocery store,
Yeah.
and when you went to the grocery store,
Yes.
there were no vegetables in the freezer section. There were no canned vegetables on the shelf.
Yes.
There were no fresh vegetables in the produce aisle.
Wow.
Right?
Mm.
And they're saying that you cannot or will not have access to this fresh vegetables or vegetables of any kind for at least 30 days.
Now, 30 days. Now, 30 days may not seem like a long period of time, but when you need food every day for the family for 30 days, that's a long time.
That is a long time.
Depends on how many miles you got to feed.
That's true. And some of us shop weekly, some of us shop bi-weekly, some of us shop monthly.
Yes.
Right? So if that is the case, would your garden help you?
Yeah. Could your garden survive? And I know some people eat more than one time a day, so those meals will add up
fast.
Like when you go grocery shopping, you got to get I guess about $400-500 worth of food in some cases.
If you're shopping on a monthly base, well, with the price of food now, it could be bi-weekly. You're probably spending that now, depending on the size of your family.
Yes, and then you look at your garden and you wonder, hey, how much produce do I have in my garden? And also, what else do I have to help supplement, those the gaps? The harvest would bring in what?
Depending on what you plant. Or how much of something you planted, right? So when you think about what you have in your garden right now, would your garden, not ours and not your neighbors, not what you can maybe get from somebody, would your garden help you?
How much volume do you have in your garden? How big is that garden is?
Yeah.
How many different types of fruits and vegetables do you have?
Yep.
And you got to have enough. That's why we always say grow certain foods that you grow. Like we was talking about the squash, how good it grows, the size of it and the volume of it.
Yeah.
Now it can take you for some.
It could take you for a little while.
Yes, true. Yes.
Now remember, the question is, would your garden help you if you could not buy vegetables in any form from the grocery store for 30 days? If your garden would help you, post yes in the comment section, post no in the comment section, or perhaps somewhat.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Somewhat. It could be helpful. But in any case, post it in the comment section below.
Yes.
Now, moving on to the next point. The next point here is, what would you run out of first?
What would be the first thing that you'll run out of?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Because you already know where you're weak at in certain areas, what you need to grow more of.
Well, maybe you don't know where you're weak at, because a lot of times we take it for granted.
Yeah.
The things that we have, and we may grow a little of this and a little of that, and we don't worry about it because we feel like we can just run to the grocery store to supplement the rest.
Yeah.
Right? But if you can't run to the grocery store to make up for what you didn't produce enough of in the garden, what is it that you would run out of first? Yes. What would you miss the most?
Yes, and this is a very simple but important topic, because it's more like a trial run in case these things actually happen.
Yeah.
And it's always good to be safe than sorry.
Always.
I always say Well, me and Mrs. H always say grow more than what you really think you
Need.
need,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because sometimes we have mishaps when animals come in and eat pick holes and stuff.
Yeah.
You already know what the kink is in your garden, what you need
Yeah.
to fix. So by giving us this 30-day trial run to see can we make it 30 days
Right.
without going to the store is a very
Right.
important thing.
That's absolutely right. So what would you miss first, right? Would it be lettuce,
Yes.
tomatoes? What is it that you're growing in your garden that if you couldn't buy it out of the supermarket, you would miss first?
Yeah, because when I go to the grocery store and I hit the fruit section, you know, where the veggies at,
Mm-hmm.
I see onions. We always be like, okay, we need onions. So are you growing enough onions?
Right.
Now, onions, I don't see too many people just like talk about onions, but I
Mm.
know we talk about onions because we
Yeah.
love them. But we need to get our mind wrapped around on a lot of different things that we
Yeah.
know we get when we hit that grocery aisle.
I know for me, I would miss onions if I didn't grow enough onions. I love to cook with onions.
Yeah.
So if I didn't have enough onions and bell peppers,
Ooh,
tomatoes, he loves tomatoes, right?
tomatoes.
So those things would really,
Yes.
really probably cause me a little bit of distress if
Yes.
I could not have those things to cook with, right?
Yeah.
But if you are growing these things and you're preserving them,
Mm-hmm.
how long would what you have preserved last you? Would it get you through those 30 days, right?
Yeah.
Now, for me, freeze drying onions, freeze drying or dehydrating bell peppers, I love dehydrated bell peppers over freeze dried bell peppers. So, me not being able to have my dehydrated bell peppers when I'm cooking, that would really, to me, affect the flavor of what I'm cooking because when you're cooking, you're building flavors, right?
Yes. Yes.
And if you're missing something, it takes away from what you're used to. So I think for us, just right off the top of my head,
Yeah.
those three things would immediately, but be what we would miss first.
Yes. And you think about all the recipes that we use, uh, bell peppers, onions, uh, tomatoes, every dish, you're gonna use those things, right?
Garlic,
Garlic,
yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
also, beans, green beans,
Green beans, yeah.
you know,
Yeah. What would you miss first? Definitely post it in the comment section below exactly what you would miss first if you could not buy it.
yeah. Now, green beans is a heavy producer.
Yeah.
So that's something that a lot of people need to think about growing because in 30 days, green beans will go a long way. You
There's
will
no reason for you to run out of green beans.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's the one crop you can get away with planting 2 or 3 times in the
Yeah.
season and just get harvest after harvest after harvest
Yes.
after harvest,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now, would you probably get sick and tired of eating green beans within 30 days, depending on how much you're eating it? It's possible.
Yeah.
But that is something, like Mr. H said, is such a heavy producer that you would not want
Yeah.
for green beans.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
also a crop that we struggle with is carrots.
Yeah.
We've been brainstorming on how we're going to do this carrot
Yeah.
bed.
Mm-hmm.
We've been thinking about like making a big
Like a
bed of
50-foot bed or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's about, I don't know, what, 3 feet wide,
Yeah.
something like that, but 50 feet long. And
Mm-hmm.
the reason why we struggle is because of weed pressure and voles.
Yeah.
Because voles in the past have come up underneath and just wiped out a whole crop of carrots.
Yeah.
You know.
So we're thinking about elevating that whole thing.
Exactly.
And I think the same thing with carrots, with all our root crops. We're going to elevate
the
we're
beds.
We're going to get up off the ground with it.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do.
That's a good idea. That you know, we've been tossing that idea around for the last couple of years. And I think it's probably going to be best for us because, like he said, when it comes to root crops, you can really get away with growing so many root crops.
Mm-hmm.
But you do need to have the space to do that. And you do have to protect them from things like voles and moles or whatever that could be, rats even. Mm-hmm. You do have to protect your crops, and that has been a struggle for us. So like he was saying, you know, finding those areas of improvement that could be made, you know, those areas of opportunity, we definitely need to jump on that if we want to eliminate the problem in the future.
Yeah. And we just talking about 30 days.
30 days.
So like we said, size of the family. You know, and you know them little boys can eat now. If you got teenage boys that's in sports, they're going to be wanting to eat. So, you know, the 30-day period is going to be something that we really need to take into consideration depending on the size of the family, you know, and, you know, size of the garden.
That's true.
You know, because when I was a teenager, I know I ate a lot. So, so you know, these 30 days of can your garden survive 30 days if the grocery stores are like out of business?
We don't have it. We don't have the vegetables. They probably would have a lot of other things, but if they don't have the vegetables, what would you do?
Yeah. The next question is your garden large enough? Mm-hmm. Is it large enough to feed your whole family? When you go out there, what did you see for 30 days? When you iron the garden, is this really going to satisfy my family? Or my family is going to be fed for 30 days without any produce at the grocery store? Mm-hmm.
That is a challenge because if your answer is no or you're unsure, then maybe you want to assess the size of your garden and see if your garden would be able to sustain you and your family for those 30 days. Okay.
Yes.
And then another point here is also, Jax, it's okay. Come here, bud. Another point here is now, before I was so rudely interrupted.
Yes.
Another point here is, are you preserving the harvest?
Yes.
Are you preserving it, or is a lot of it going to waste because you either don't have time to go out and deal with it, or you just don't want to be bothered because of the weather, maybe it's too hot, or are you giving most of it away, right? Yeah. But in any case, are you preserving the harvest? Because if so, do you have enough stored from what you've preserved to feed your family for 30 days?
Yes.
If not, you have to ask yourself, why not? And what do you need to do to make some changes?
Yes, it's very important to preserve food.
Yes.
I mean, when you garden, you can't eat all that food at once. Mm-mm. So food preservation is key.
Yes, it is.
It's key. Okay, if you had to choose 5 crops that you could grow for your food security, which of those 5 crops would you choose? Think about it.
What would you choose?
I would choose most definitely tomatoes. Mm-hmm. I would choose potatoes. Mm-hmm. And I would choose, I would say squash. And
what kind of squash?
I would have to go with the Indians, the big Indian squash. the squash we have, what's the name?
The Kushaw?
Kushaw.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to go with the Kushaw because Kushaw you can feed a lot of people, and in one squash, I mean, you can eat on that squash for days.
So you said tomatoes.
Potatoes.
Kushaw.
Uh-huh.
And what else? You got two
I have
more.
two more, and I would have to say eggplant.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I would say eggplant, and the last one would have to be, I would say, beans.
Green beans.
Yes. And that way I have, high producing crops,
They
you
definitely
know.
would be high
Yes.
producing.
High producing, and it would last 30 days, no
Yeah.
doubt. The Kushaw, we didn't have to babysit at all. And we grew plenty of Kushaw. I mean, it was nice.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
With those 5 crops, I have to totally agree.
Yes.
With those because they are high producing.
Yes.
And let me see. You said tomatoes, eggplant,
Potatoes.
See, those are all like you can't go wrong with those. Really and truly, those are high producing, high yielding plants. Right, every last one of them. Even potatoes. Like you don't even need a lot. You can grow potatoes in a laundry basket.
Yes.
You can grow potatoes in a cardboard box. You've seen us do that before, right? And those are all high producing.
And just imagine if you fertilize those potatoes 2 or 3 times during a stretch of growing.
Yeah.
You have so many potatoes. I mean, and then the squash, same thing. Even tomatoes. If you feed those, tomatoes. I mean, you can get a lot of those too.
That's true.
Green beans.
That's true.
Oh man, we get so many green beans.
That's true.
So that's my top 5.
Yeah.
And I want to know what's y'all top 5.
Please post it in the comment section below. If you could only grow 5 crops that would be high yielding for your family, what would those 5 crops be and why? Now Mr. H said Kushaw. It's the squash, but so is the Tahitian melon, which is a butternut type squash. And I cooked some the other day, and it's really good. And they get fairly large, right? So the largest one would be 2 or 3 meals.
Yes. I'm gonna get one of these Kushaw and
Sure.
show y'all what I mean, because we harvest a lot of it.
Okay. So the Kushaw, he has a very valid point there, because you can feed your family for multiple days with just one
Now look at
of
this.
those. Yeah.
Look how big this is. This is just one.
And the camera's really not doing it justice, really. You see how big that is?
Yeah.
It's really not doing it justice.
And they so flavorful. Mrs. H, I'm telling you, the way how she prepare these, man, I just love them. I love them.
Yeah, and I know somebody's going to say, how do you cook that? The same way you do sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
You put it in a skillet with a little bit of butter, some salt, pepper, ginger, and cinnamon, and a little bit of sugar, and you let it cook until they're tender, however tender you want them to be.
Yeah.
And that's that. And I pressure can this too.
Yes. Listen to that. Solid too.
I pressure can it. So when I pressure can it, all I have to do is just open it up. I drain off some of the water, put the rest in a pan, add some cinnamon, some ginger, sugar, butter, salt, and pepper, and it's ready in probably 5 minutes.
Now, how long will this last in storage?
It depends on how you store it, because that's the key. If you're not storing it properly, it's not going to last you long. But if you make sure you're storing it in a cool, dry place, it'll last you a year. If you remember a video that we did where we cut open a Kushaw that we kept for 1 full year.
Yes.
And when we cut it open, it was still beautiful on the inside. The seeds were not viable, right? But the squash itself
Yes.
was absolutely amazing, and I cooked that squash,
Yes.
and it was very, very, very good.
It was very good.
So if you store it properly, it'll last you a long time.
And when we harvest these, how long did we cure it? I mean, it stayed outside.
We cured these overly. We went too far, really. I think we left them outside for 2 weeks, and that was way too long. You really only have to cure these for about 7 days in the sun. That's it. 7 days, 7 to 10 at most. But we left them out there for 2 weeks, and then when we brought them in, they're still just fine. Nothing's wrong with them. Yeah. But that was way too long to leave them out there.
Yeah.
And then because the stem here, we cut it a little bit too short. So this, I can't store this. I have to cut this open and cook it, because you want that stem to be a good 2 inches out of this squash if you want it to store long term. So don't cut it this close, okay? Mm-hmm. If you do, you may as well go ahead on and get it ready. And that's fine, because I'm getting ready to cut a lot of these and pressure can them. You can put them in the freezer if you like, but I don't even bother with putting them in the freezer anymore. We prefer it out of the jar,
yes,
versus out of the deep freeze.
Yes, we do.
I won't be freezing them. I just go ahead and pressure can them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a big one. We got a lot of them.
And I guess I can do a video on it too. That'll be something I can do indoors, because I'm not filming outside right now. It's too hot.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So this will handle 30 days, even more. This right here probably can handle.
It depends on the size of the family.
Yeah, depends on the size of the family. So we talking about the size of your garden.
So after everything that we have discussed, and I'm sure the comments are rolling in right now.
Yes.
And so after everything we've talked about, the comments that you've probably read, has your thoughts changed? Has your answer changed on whether or not your pantry will get you through for 30 days? If so, post it in the comments below that your answer has changed and why. Yes. And also, what changes now are you going to make in your garden to be able to at least feed your family for 30 days from your garden? Yes.
And this conversation is motivating me to make sure I work harder in making sure our garden is, high producing.
Yep.
30 days, you think about that, that's something to think about.
Yeah.
So, grow your own groceries. Don't give up.
That's right.
And let's do what we got to do to be successful in growing our own groceries.
That's right.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to grow our own groceries, y'all. We have no other choice.
That's true.
We got to do it. Mm-hmm. And thank y'all so much for joining us at Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. And we will see y'all in the next video. And remember, grow your groceries.
Grow your groceries. Yes, y'all. Peace.